Hello and welcome to Gunners Daily YouTube channel where we are covering all the latest Arsenal news. As we all know, we are currently in the middle of the international break, so nothing big is happening at the moment. But today, like always, we found an interesting topic for you all, and that is Arsenal players whose contract expires in 2024. So, we have 4 players in our squad that have a valid contract with Arsenal until June 2024. And those players are Mohamed Elneny, David Raya, Jorginho, and Cedric Soares. As it stands, Jorginho, Cedric Soares, and Mohamed Elneny will all be out of contract next June. David Raya's loan agreement will also end at that point, although the Gunners can sign Raya on a permanent deal if they pay Brentford 27 million, which is, interestingly, also his exact value according to the transfer market. And also, it's worth mentioning that Arsenal have an option to extend Jorginho's contract for another year, to summer 2025 if they want to. So first, let's talk about Mohamed Elneny and his current situation. Mo Elneny, the best Egyptian that ever played in the Premier League. I know this is hard for some to believe, but Elneny has been on Arsenal's books for nearly 8 years. Elneny joined Arsenal in January of 2016. Let that sink in. In reality, the 31-year-old Egypt international has spent much of his time at the Emirates on the bench or in the treatment room. And he even spent a season on loan at Besiktas in Turkey. And despite making just 89 Premier League appearances since arriving from Basel, Elneny is believed to be a popular figure in the Arsenal dressing room. Listen, I won't even lie. Mohamed Elneny is probably one of my favorite players in this current Arsenal squad. Is he a starting 11 material in 2023? Of course not. But, I think every club needs to have that one player who radiates positivity, is ready to sit on the bench and wait for his chance, does not cause problems, does not fool around on social media. Genuinely a good guy all around. And that is probably one of the main reasons why he is still around after 8 years. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Arteta hand Elneny a new contract, if he remains healthy on a lower wage, and to be a backup option on the bench. But the question is, will he put pen to paper on those terms? I know he's 31 years old, but he could probably sign for some other club that will offer him more playing time, and maybe he doesn't want to sit on the bench anymore. And if that's the case, it would be completely understandable. Arsenal Football Club, they know I love them 100%, so much. Elneny, who has described North London as home, told the Evening Standard last month. They know I don't want to leave, I want to stay and finish my career there at Arsenal, 100%. So here's my verdict. I would offer Elneny a 1-year extension to stay at Arsenal. I think he's still good enough to be our 4th or 5th backup option on the bench throughout the season. And if he's okay with that, fuck it, sign the papers now. And we move on to the next one, and that is Jorginho. First things first, let's mention this. Arsenal have the option to extend his contract by a further 12 months, and there's a good chance that clause will be exercised. Yet, he's admitted that he would like to return to Italy before hanging up his boots and is unsure when to take the leap. We can say Jorginho's case is similar to Elneny's. They are both 31 and they are both having their contracts run until the summer, with the difference that Jorginho is still a much better player than Elneny. And what is maybe even more impressive, it seems like the guy is never out injured. Since he joined the club, he's always been available. And it's great to have a player who is always ready and prepared to jump in, and you know that he will give his best, and he's good enough. He's good enough to be on the bench, and when you need him, he will give you a solid performance. Jorginho was even asked about his future on Tuesday, and he told the reporters, "I'm very much in doubt. I would like to return to Italy, but I don't know when the right time would be. I want to return, yes, but I don't know when. I feel I still have things to do at Arsenal." So my verdict on Jorginho is, I honestly think whatever happens till the end of this season, that he doesn't plan to be here after the summer. If he decides to stay, okay, great option to have as your backup. But I honestly believe he wants to get the job done this season. possibly win something with Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, and then leave in the summer and return to Italy. So yeah. All right, we are now moving to David Raya. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not convinced. I know he's here only on loan, with Arsenal having the option to buy him permanently from Brentford next summer for £27 million. But I'm just not convinced that he is currently a better keeper than Aaron Ramsdale. Nothing against the guy. He seems like a really nice lad, but if we sign him next summer, that means that Aaron Ramsdale will 100% leave Arsenal, and I would hate for that to happen. The 28-year-old Raya was signed as an upgrade on Aaron Ramsdale, but like I said, I'm still not convinced. I think this whole situation that Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar did with signing Raya only fucked up the perfect chemistry that we had in our team. And to this day, I still don't understand. So my verdict on Raya is sell. Oh, better said, let go. I just don't see the point, honestly. Raya or Ramsdale, one has to go. And if I had to pick one who should stay, I'd pick Rambo. Period. And finally, the last, but fuck it, it's Cedric Soares. Listen to this, focus and listen. The forgotten man, Cedric Soares, has played just 2 Premier League games for Arsenal since August 2022, spending the second half of last season on loan at Fulham. The 32-year-old defender was widely expected to leave the Emirates during the previous transfer window, but he reportedly refused to. My guy, Cedric Soares, is enjoying his life at Arsenal and is simultaneously earning £75,000 per week. Legend. Absolute legend. My verdict, in short, is... And that's it, basically. But before we go on to reading the comments on this morning's post, for you who are watching this video, Gunners, what are your thoughts? What should we do with these players in the summer? Who should we keep? Who should we let go? Write down in the comments. Okay, now let's move to the comments. What do we have here? Topolino says, Jorginho has an extension clause which I would activate in a heartbeat. He has been really solid. Yeah, he had a few shaky moments, but overall good. Another year of having him as a rotation piece can't do any harm. L sideways and Cedric the Dog Whisperer can move on. Living London says, give Elneny another year or two. Plays with passion and heart. Needed in midfield on occasions. Yes. John Doe says, Raya will stay as the agreement was that we have to buy him at the end of the loan because we couldn't pay at the beginning of season due to FFP. Raya has 1 year left on his Brentford contract. I don't think that's right, John. I think Raya signed the new contract with Brentford, and Arsenal is not obligated to sign him in the summer. I don't think that's true. Robin Love says, sign up Jorge for another year. Let the rest go. James Mill says, maybe I'll keep Jorginho. Connor Mahoney says, let them all leave, including Raya. DG says, Mo and Jorginho can have extensions, the others can leave. Zappi says, hang on, Cedric is still in Arsenal. Yes. He's still at Arsenal, yes, earning £75,000 per week. Shocking, I know. Contour Boateng says, Cedric still at Arsenal, yes. Agakuremipaloned says, apart from David Raya, these players should be moved in order to free space for signing quality players. And that is true. We have to move some of these players if we want to bring in new players. Granit Xhaka says, should have kept Xhaka and sold all this lot. Satpal Sagu says, David Raya hasn't convinced me so far. It makes me think why Arteta sold Emi Martinez. Midi says, to be shipped to Heathrow Airport. Jag Maharesi says, isn't Partey supposed to be on this list as well? Well, no. Partey's contract with Arsenal is until summer 2025. But yeah, there's also some questions raised about what is Partey's future at Arsenal. If we want to sell him, we need to sell him this winter or next summer when he has some value. And Connor Stevens says, get Raya and give Jorginho another year. And that's it for the comments. Gunners, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Thank you and see you on the next one. Peace.